Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a board in Pinterest and also to add the pin it button to your Chrome browser and then add a resource with the correct label. So I've already created my account. I've created even a bunch of boards. I mean, I've had an account for a while, but you will create an account for each month of the school year. So August, September will be one because you're not in school very much in August, so we'll just put those two together. And then October, November, all the way into the end of school in May. And so it's really simple. Most of you will be experts on Pinterest already, but some of you might not be. So you're going to click right here to create a board, and then you're going to go through the process. You do not have to have a description, but you need to label it with the month and then put it in education, and then you don't need a map or a secret or any collaborators, and then you'll create it. I've already got mine created, so I will just show you. The next thing is to install the pin it button on your browser for easy navigating to the places that you want to go to without having to go back and forth between Pinterest and there. So you're going to click right here in the lower right hand corner is this little plus sign, and all you have to do is click right here, get our browser button, and then add extension, and then they will tell you how to save a link, but I will just show you that right here. Let's click out of these. So if I'm going to look for, let's say, Martin Luther King lesson plans, because that is coming up in January. And so I am going to go to something that right here, Read, Write, Think. They're a really great one because they have to do with a lot of literacy stuff. So identifying with a hero. Okay, so here is a really good lesson plan. It looks like if I want to go to the instructional plan here, I can see that these are the student objectives. They're participating in read aloud, compare and contrast their lives, share their journals, explore various resources, and create art. Okay, and so this looks like a really good one. Of course, if I was going to actually choose this one, I would read through it more thoroughly, because one thing that you do need is a lesson objective for these lesson plans. You'll be choosing 2 lesson plans. So I think for this one, I will do the students will compare and contrast their lives to the early lives of Martin Luther King through their journals. Okay, so all I have to do is click up here, my pin it button, and I'm going to choose this pin to save. And then it will ask me where I want to put this. Now, before I click on this pin it in January, because that's where it's going to go, I want to actually edit this description, because this is where you're going to put lesson plan idea number 1, and then your objective is the students will compare and contrast their lives with the life of Martin Luther King Jr. through journal writing. And then also you need the area of social studies that it is. Does this have to do with economics, history, civics, or geography? And, this could actually be history, which is an easy one, or civics, because he was actually fighting for human rights and he was fighting for the rights of certain people. And so I would accept either one of those or both written like this. But for the lesson plans only, you need to have objectives and the social studies area that this lesson would pertain to. Now, on each one of your pins, you are going to have this part of it. You're going to have either a lesson plan idea number 1, number 2, or you'll have song number 1, song number 2. Okay, so that just makes it a lot easier for me when I'm grading it. And so after you have your details right here, you're going to add it to the board that you need it to go to. Then it should save to January. And then when you click on See It Now, you don't have to do this every time, but I just want to show you what it does. you'll see that right here on the details, it says what you need. And that will be what I see first when I'm looking at your board. So if I go back and I look at my January board, it's down here somewhere, January. Okay, so there it is right there. Lesson plan I did number 1, blah, blah, blah. And I should have taken that one off. But I need to be able to see those details first off when I look at your board. Okay, so if you'll go back to the month resources project page, it'll tell you exactly how many. So lesson plan ideas 2, bulletin board ideas 2, songs 2, the arts 2, kitchen fun 2, and then children's books you'll need at least 5 pins. And the children's books are really the easiest ones to do. Also remember on the arts activities, these include visual arts, drama, like readers' theater, movement games. If you're studying a certain culture during that month, you might have some games that they played, and sports and dances. No coloring activities. The arts are way more than just coloring, so just keep that in mind. So that is how you get going on your Pinterest boards. Have fun exploring.